Greetings there, my fellow green thumbs. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Vintage Story Frostlands, Episode 4, Farming the Frostlands. It is a little dangerous to make a night trip, but I need to make the most out of my time, because the growing season is fast fading. So getting everything in a position ASAP, kind of important. Yeah, I hear you. Oh, dear Lord. Check it! Oh, someone's trying to shoot me. Whoa, come on, chunks. Hard to control my fall when it freezes like that. Would it be possible to start planning before returning? Possibly. Kind of depends on whether I get there and I'm being swarmed or not. Oh, jeez. Alright, hold on a minute. Shoulda. At least I'm not being swarmed right now. That'd be really bad. I'm working on getting the lights back on. There we go. Did that in the dark. I don't have an extra slot on me to have backup torches in my backpack. So we do it in the dark. Let's avoid deep water, huh? Well, I did move, or am moving, to somewhere more rainy. So I guess I can't complain that it is currently raining. Can I put a different item in my offhand? I could. I don't want to. Makes me hungry. And hunger is the enemy just as much as darkness. If not more. I would say in the long run, much more. Sort of moot, because I'm already here. I'm just trying to get the lay of the land. Tough to do in the dark. So I wanted to look at these ruins across the pond. I don't have a beehive. I don't know what you're looking at, but it's wrong. I mean, it's not hard to get a beehive, like, quickly, or a skep, because it's just a bunch of cattail and 2 clay. With that said, I don't have one. You might be looking at the storage vessel. Speaking of which, let's drop that down and put everything that needs to be kept cool in it. Bring up a lot of space. In fact, I'm going to just plop a lot of my stuff that I don't currently need on me in it. So let's make a new set of tools, because there's just, there's really not a lot left back at the original base that I'll need to ship out and over. So one thing I want to do is I want to terraform this, the shoreline of this pond to be nice and flat, so that it's easier to move around unencumbered. And the plan is to have a very rough, like, dirt base, and then as my technology level goes up, to actually make something look nice. I'm not going to try to have the initial thing look nice, in other words. I know it won't, because it'll be mostly made of dirt. So, I think, to that end, I'm going to build like a dirt cave around here for me to live in. And then eventually make something nicer over where the storage pod is in that area. I have a general design in my head, and it'll come clearer into view with time. I'm glad the monsters are leaving me alone for now. How did I even place that like that? I don't even know. Oops. Oh, because it's technically a flower. This flower looks so much like dry grass. Had me confused. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So maybe like a little 5x5. Oh, that's not 5. Good try. Strong math. And that'll alter the shoreline a little bit, just to be able to walk around it. At some point I'll likely, even in the starter area, like want to replace my starter area with like gravel on the floor so that grass won't grow. But there you have the rough idea. So then I'm going to excavate behind it so that things can't climb on the roof. I want more light. I think this will be a good move. I mean, I wish I had the luxury of time to truly think through and pick something awesome, but I don't. Everything's in a hurry. I'm okay with that. Part of the challenge. I'm gonna keep the, I'll put the fire, obviously. The fireplace inside. I'm gonna keep, oh, even more ruins back here, huh? But I'll keep the pit kilns, like, outside. Having this abundance of medium fertility soil is great. It means I won't need to fertilize unless I find nicer soil. I'll explain fertility once I start, you know, actually farming. Since I haven't yet, there's no point in detailing the mechanics. Alright, very simple. Starting to get a little daylight. I'm happy with the area. So I'm going to do a little bit more of a pathway around so I don't easily fall into the water. Have myself a nice meal. And then I'm going to start farming. Let's grab more of the medium fertility soil, because that's what the farm is primarily going to be made out of. If you're wondering why I'm keeping all these flowers, it's in hopes that I happen upon a beehive and I can lure them into a skep. It's nice to have flowers, as long as I have storage space for them. Oh, something happened with the macros there. I don't know what happened. In chat. Alright, in terms of farming, because I don't have like a bucket or anything, I'm going to use this pond. So, a little bit of aquaculture. So the outside here, let's see. I shouldn't have put that dirt there. Fix that later when I have a bucket. Oh, it looks fine. Okay. So all of the soil that is adjacent to water gets, like, watered for free. So because I don't particularly enjoy watering my crops, I'm designing in such a way that I don't have to. And let's get hoeing. Are fish vanilla? Yes, I'm not using any mods, so if you see something like fish, they are vanilla. And then eventually I will turn this farm into a greenhouse. Hey, Ivanka, thanks for stopping by and cheering. And I've been collecting lots of flaxseed. So I hope my my hero here likes porridge. Let's go back to digging out. So I like to dig out the, like, any hilltops. Basically anything that can obscure my line of sight for enemies encroaching. Keeping things nice and flat and clear allows me to know when I'm in danger well in advance. And I'll probably go pretty close to the, I mean, I'm going to be using the pond, so I have to keep it within the limits of the water that is naturally occurring. But with that said, this farm is going to be, like, as big as a farm can be, given the constraints, just because of how necessary it's going to be for me to obtain food. Yeah, settling in here. I like this area more and more. I know I'm wandering off just for a sec. I wanted to check something. No, that's not high fertility soil. It just looked darker from a distance. In practicing for the stream, I had a playtest realm, and I kept finding high fertility soil, like, to the point where I had more than I even needed, considerably more. It was luck, but, you know, good luck. Sorry, fish. I'm taking over the pond. Oh, not there. So some of these, like, spots that have been messing up, I'll have to fix with buckets later on. Oh, I screwed up entirely. Derp. Big derp. So, a lot of fixing with buckets, because I can't count. So, that was wrong, this wasn't wrong. So some of these blocks here are going to be drier until I fix it. But I'll have buckets once I get 60 total copper nuggets for 300 milliliters, or actually more than that. I would need a lot more than that. But it's coming. So I'm not too worried about parts of it being drier. It's not a big deal. And if it is a big deal, I can always make a watering can, but I'm not going to, because I don't think it's necessary. What's the temp tolerance on those cabbage seeds? -5 Celsius. That's a pretty good field of flax. And then from here, I'll probably expand it that way. So what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Not bad. Okay. Yeah, let's eat a little bit. I think I only really have berries, so I'm just gonna pick... Well, no, I could cook. Yeah, I should cook. So let's make a knife so I can do a little bit of cooking. I have lots of flax grain and lots of berries, so that screams make porridge to me. Before I do that, is there gravel nearby? Yeah, there's some gravel right down this way, because I would love to replace the floor of my mud hut with, like, granite sand or something. Something that will look different. An accent color for a simple mud hut. Okay. Next step, I'm gonna need some firewood. And I'll eventually replace the whole floor, but I'm hungry, so it's gonna have to wait. So firewood means an axe. I don't have any bone. So knives and axes can have bone handles, which adds a little bit to their durability. But because I don't have any bone on me, I could actually kill the salmon that are in my lake for bone. But I like to leave salmon for like emergency food. For when you're starving and you're like, oh my god, I need to eat something, and you have salmon in your pond. Might save your life. Look at the mini-map in the top right. My, like, little floating farm on the pond. It looks neat, doesn't it? There may be some other vessels around here, too. I haven't taken the moment to check the full extent of these ruins. Clearly, it's a large ruin system. And there might be more stuff. Because you can jump, like, technological levels considerably if you just get, like, a bronze pickaxe from a ruin or something like that. I'm certainly not going to rely on that method, because relying on luck is, well, dumb. Alright, we are going to go with cranberry porridge. Now that the cranberry porridge is coming up, let's replace the floor. And then continue farming. I just didn't want to get hurt by starving. Seems unnecessary. Maybe one more here. Certainly looks nicer. Am I going to need more firewood? Just in case. Oops. Bad accounting. Forge, you ready? Because I'm hungry. You are ready. Delicious. Just in time. I'll eat 2 now, save the other 2 for later. And let's start growing some more stuff. So the turnips and the cabbage are both to -5, and same with the flax if I recall, so I'll just put cabbage. And the other thing that I'm going to need to do is to protect this from rabbits pretty soon, because rabbits are going to want to eat everything that's here. So that's the next step once I get the crops in, is to build rabbit protections. Build a fence around it or something so that rabbits can't easily just snipe my food. Not too much dirt left. So maybe this will be my first greenhouse, and I'll end it here, and then I can build another one out that way. So I'll have 2. And it's also entirely possible to greenhouse berry bushes instead of farmable crops, to try to heat the berry bushes up enough to have them fruit a little bit later into the season. So I can also attempt that too. And then once I'm done with the farming, I ought to put everything in the storage vessel and nest that in the base for safekeeping. So, this is the extent of the initial farm, let's say. Cool. I'm trying to put tools away so that I have inventory space to move all the stuff in the vessel without it spilling everywhere. Nice. And probably it makes sense to move the firewood. Eventually I'll want to build a larder with the vessel, but, like, that's later on. Okay. Good. Alright, current priority is protect the farm crops from bunnies. So what I'll be doing is I'll be building a wall up around this, and then once I have the materials for a greenhouse roof, then I'll put a roof on as well. But it's going to just be a dirt wall. That's the materials I have access to. As much as, like, cobblestone or something better would look nice, I don't care about looking nice at this point. It is a matter of simple survival. So I'm building an extra shovel, because I'm sure I'm going to use my shovel up in just a second. And we're just going to dig up a whole bunch more dirt. So, to build a wall around this, so that nothing can eat my delicious, delicious crops. Not even you, fish. Not even you. And yes, they cross water, and they can hop, so you need at least a 2-high wall around it. And I'm just kind of keeping an eye on it, because if I leave, they can feast. Right? I don't really want them eating things. So I think what I'll do in this case is, not disturb the water beneath, and build my wall floating, as silly as that looks. So that if I want the water you know, if it's important to have water for any reason, the water remains. Can you craft fences out of dirt? No. Fences are with stone or wood. And you wouldn't want fences anyway, because if it's a greenhouse, fences won't work. You need it to actually be enclosed with walls for a greenhouse, not with fences. It has to be airtight. And this is a setup to eventually become a greenhouse. So what greenhouses do, if you have a room that is at least 50% roofed up with transparent blocks, meaning glass or ice, or windows of some sort, it will increase the ambient temperature within the room by 5 degrees, counteracting some of the colder seasonal temperatures, protecting your crops from frost. Right now it is 8 degrees Celsius, so I'm very lucky that it's rather warm for a November the 4th day. But that will change in time, so I'm just trying to get ahead of the cold temperatures coming and protecting my crops. I'm also going to want to craft some sort of crude... I'll craft a crude door as well, so that I can enter and exit. But bunnies can't. And yeah, plenty of mushrooms around here. It's one of the reasons why I chose this area, is there was a lot of forageables, which is going to keep me alive heading into the colder months. Provided I harvest them before they die off, and I stick them to storage vessels in root cellars to keep them fresh. It is 3:30 in game. What am I going to do to prevent grass from surrounding the wall? Put down rocks. Because bunnies will spawn in tall grass, but if you line it with rock chunks, you can stop them from spawning. So that was eventually my plan. You just got ahead. And I'm also going to want to stop them from like spawning on my roof and then hopping over. But that's not going to be so much of an issue once I have a greenhouse roof. And yeah, fences take a lot of materials. They're a lot more labor intensive than just like dirt blocks. Basically, I'm doing everything as efficiently as I can because I don't have the luxury of time to make things look nice. So looking nice is just, I don't give any time towards aesthetics at the moment. I can't afford to, simply put. The pit kilns back at the original base are probably done. So once I finish up here, I'll make a run over there to do it. And although you can get away with 2 high, I like 3 high. Feels a little bit less claustrophobic, a little bit more headroom. That, and I can create a hallway and connect this to the rest of the base if I want. So let's see if I can't line the rooftops with some stone to prevent spawning. Also, I should reset the torch timers. You know what? Maybe with the little daylight I have left, I'm going to eat a meal and venture home, because I don't think I'm going to get bunnies eating things just yet. It'd be really early for that to have happened. Alright, so things I don't need on me, so I can carry home as much as possible. I don't need the crucible. Put that down. Put my coal away. Only carry one stick. Whatever happened to the knife? Whatever. Alright, let's go grab the rest of my stuff. Well, I still have a little daylight. So there's a cave somewhere under here, because I heard, oh, yeah, it's probably part of the cave system. I heard stuff. And hearing mobs during the day means that, there's caves underneath. Oh, I leaned against the outside wall? That's right, that's right. Oh, God. Got too close to the board. Ooh, almond mushrooms. Mark it down. Some mushrooms are poisonous. Don't eat... I mean, it will tell you if you mouse over them if they're poisonous or not. So, like, don't eat all mushrooms that you find. Like, check its stats first, lest you harm thyself. And now we're into the conglomerate forest, not the granite forest. Yeah, let's go. I'm just picking up all stones. I'll leave the mushrooms for later, because I have a finite number of daylight hours, and I don't want to make this trip completely in the dark if I can help it. That's a big oak. One of the dangers of looking at the ground to look for copper or like stones to pick up, very easy to wander face first into something with fangs and claws. I'm going to leave this hut here on my map, just in case I ever am in the neighborhood and want to swing back. But, alright. Got the anvil mold, pickaxe mold, hammer, tongs, 4 firewood, 2 ingots. I think that's it. Take the torch, leave the fire starter because they don't matter at all. And let's go back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unpin this, call this old home, make it pink. I meant to make it look like home icon. There we go. And now we're heading back. So if it's pinned, it will show up in the distance on your minimap. Oh, and I should get rid of here. So you can see the home icon in pink pinned. So after this, I will be more or less fully moved, and then it's back to Operation Find Copper. But I have a gravel field that I live relatively close to that I have not explored at all. So I am optimistically hopeful to find enough copper up that way to support initial tool making. Oh man, these mushrooms are great. It's going to be so easy to just stock up on mushrooms. I cannot wait. I'm kind of going the wrong way, aren't I? Yeah. You said it might be a good idea to hunt something with fat for an oil lamp. You're not necessarily wrong. I can definitely turn one of the bowls into an oil lamp. Keep my eyes open. What I need to do is I need to make the replacement spears, because whatever I end up hunting is probably going to require to be speared multiple times. You don't tend to find fat on like chickens and raccoons. Oh, you're so cute, little piglet. But if I wanted, oh, speaking of piglet, there's the boar. If I wanted fat, it'd be like on a boar like there. So actually, let's mark that down. Boar. Because maybe I come back and hunt that boar from like a hunting stand or something like that. Right? You know, build a nerd pole vertically and just like start killing it. Might not even need a nerd pole, to be honest. But there's been a lot of boar and deer sightings around where in my new home. So I think it's entirely plausible to hunt a decent amount of food. The reason I haven't really hunting is meat decays pretty quick. And, I mean, it's not to say it's a bad idea, but it's also going to be kind of challenging to hunt. So you spend a lot of time, like, chasing your quarry and not actually getting food out of it, which is not great. So here's all the molds. Thank you for tuning in to Vintage Story Frostlands, which originally streamed live on Twitch November 7th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you on next episode or an upcoming stream of mine. Farewell, my fellow Vintage Story Seraphs.